Good morning, everybody. We are playing Z Zam Zam from Spain, rated 965. We have ourselves an E4. Somebody wanted a Caro. I've never played the Caro in my life. And the advance. Okay. Right, I'm flying solo now. I haven't got a bleeding clue. Okay. Z Caro. Okay. Big first question is, what am I going to do with my minor pieces? And the answer is, I don't know. I think the obvious thing is, with this pawn coming here, my E pawn is probably going to want to move. Probably. Having said that, my queen can get out into the board this way, and this bishop could fianchetto, but why do I want to fianchetto into the face of that? Good question. Should I bring my bishop out here? I can't develop this knight right now. So this is challenging, you know? This is challenging. Is c6 a move? Challenge is centre straight away. c6, queen comes out with check. See, it's f6. What am I on about? I think this looks kind of safe though, right now. It's kind of, you know, I can come out to knight b6. I mean, the queen still might want to come to b6 if this bishop leaves its post. Okay. Don't like that in case of takey. Oi. Why do people just keep promoting this opening? I don't know. If I was a Caro player, I'd know exactly what to do. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna push f6. Sod it. Because also the knight's blocked the queen anyway for now. And this is putting the question to my opponent. You know, I want to put some pressure on him. So this, my knight will have to move. It's going to go to b6. But then you've got to defend the pawn or lose the pawn. What have you got? You've got queen e2. Knight can't do it. Bishop can't do it. I don't know. I don't know about this. Can this be good? I could wriggle my queen round and then try and win the pawn back, you know. Why do I have to wiggle my queen round? What are you talking about, you fool? Queen here, two attackers on the pawn. Now what have you got? Now what have you got? Bishop takes, castles. Bishop goes to here and pins the knight, and on comes the e-pawn. I also have this. Potentially. Which actually, it's not a threat. It doesn't hit the queen at all. Oh. I think I've finished choking now. I ate some kind of ground beef for my breakfast and decided to inhale some. And I was, you know that thing where you want to choke it out, but you can't get the air in because your body just wants. So that was scary. Only danger from eating beef. So Z Zam Zam is now having a think, which is all good. Okay, this is a 13-20 game. I did see a video and somebody said the advanced variation of the Caro is the sharp way to go. I mean, it's true, my pieces are absolutely falling over each other here. But if I can eliminate this pawn and clear some space in the centre, okay, can I simply take here? With or with a queen, I mean, you never know. You never know. This knight ain't going there, ain't going there, ain't going there. I think that was a I can't think what move to make move. He's not coming round there, is he? So why can't I just take here? And then move on. I have to eliminate that pawn. And it's stopping me castling. There ain't no question about it. I may not even, I mean, I've even got king d7, like rook e8, like that, maybe. Have I put my t-shirt on the wrong way around? Answers in the comments. So how are we feeling? How are we feeling about this? This pawn is clearly awkward. Is that the idea? I could still do this and pin the knight, which I kind of like. Let's say I did that. Let's say I did this, he does that, I do that, e5. What happens? The knight is in a pin. So if pawn should take, it'd be nice to have my bishop available as well for that. This like dark squared bishop. That he fianchettos. I go like this. Takes, pawn takes. I think that's okay. I think it's very important for my position to move this pawn. I think it is critical even. And knowing what is critical at each point in a game is half the game. Okay. It attacked my queen, precious. I did not notice that. There, should pawn take... Ooh. Okay, e5, pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. Bishop takes, attacking the queen again. Or I could just come here. Threatening b2, but also threatening to take the knight and eliminate the defender of d4. That is also a thought. Dropping back, there's an argument for that because I'm teaming up with this bishop. You know, if he wants to fianchetto, I could drop my bishop in, trade it off. Let's just double check that this doesn't work. Pawn takes, pawn takes. He's got two attackers. Pawn takes, pawn takes. Bishop takes. My queen's under attack. Yeah, I'm going to play this then. By the way, chess.com developers, when a new game starts, you should change the title of the tab. This one still says Raichu plays Sicilian Versus, right, which is the previous game that I refreshed. You can dynamically change the title of a tab with JavaScript. Title of the page, really, I think. I don't know, it's quite a while since I did any JavaScript. So there's a couple of threats. Remove the defender of this pawn, or just outright nobble that pawn. And there, we had this again in yesterday's game, you know, when the b pawn... Okay, I think I want to keep the pin on the knight. I don't think this is playable yet. I can actually castle, because I'm not going through check there. I can technically castle. I would like to defend this square more to prepare e5. I think e5 is important. It is currently controlled 3 times by white. And if I do this, it's only controlled 1 time by me. I have knight c4 with the threat of this. Knight c4, that's checkmate. If he pushes this, I have this. King moves, that's checkmate. he tries to kick the queen, that's checkmate. The knight controls the d2 square, which is critical here. It doesn't feel like I'm at my sharpest, it has to be said right now. Also been having like just a little poke around, just like geek mode today. Thinking about against 1d4 when you've got the black pieces, whether you should play knight f6 and then c5, or the immediate c5 and the old Benoni. Help me, old Benoni, you're my only hope. I don't know if the old Benoni is my only hope. What I like about it, while I've got you here, to put that on airplane mode, just this principle of black saying, we're going to have a d4 game, and you just, sorry, white says, we're going to have a d4 game, because I'm a London player, or I'm a d4, c4 player, or whatever, you know, whatever they prepared. Or even a collie, you know, system maybe. And you as black say, nah. Right. I will lead the dance, do you know what I mean? That's kind of what I like. If you play d4 and respond with one knight f6, then you could find yourself in London town. You could find yourself with a c4. You could find yourself with knight c3. It's all kinds of things that could be played. But c5 on move 2 against all of them is good. And that's the thing. So, I mean, some of it kind of comes down to percentages. In fact, knight f6 and 2 c5 does perform slightly better at the 1800, 2000 level on Lee chess compared to the old Benoni. But the old Benoni is still better than average, you know, it still scores like 50, 51% for black. Even just on, you know, on move 1. So it's very, very crude, but now he's having a think. He's having a right jolly good think. What can he actually do? This is what we should have done, right? How can he prevent from dying? Okay, he's got rook e1, queen takes, check, king d1. And then I win the knight. That's horrible. If he does this, I go here. The king cannot move there because of the queen and the knight, right? So if he does this, that's forced, and that is checkmate. And it's the end of the game. If he tries to hit the queen, that's checkmate. He's got that to defend this pawn, and then queen takes. And then this pawn's hanging. And so it looks like castles here is actually a blunder. But not an easy blunder to see. I'm convinced I've got my t-shirt on back to front. I don't know. I felt a great disturbance in the force. Oh, right. He's gone for this one. Okay, cool. Julio Iglesias. So here, this is forced because he can't go here, right? So queen takes here, king goes here, here. Queen goes there. I think this is still forced mate. Hang on. There. King goes here. Queen a1 check. I think knight blocks is the only legal move, isn't it? I have to be careful not to put my queen on b1, of course, because that would blunder the queen. But now this. He still can't go there. He can't stay on the back rank. Nothing can block. Knight b1 is the only legal move, and then that's checkmate. Oh! Huh! Missed that one. Wake up, Hunty. Okay, I've check here. And the king now can move. But I'll win the exchange. In it, because bishop can't take. There's an exchange available. I can win the rook. The king shall go here or here. Okay. I can check him again if I want to, and again he can't go there. So that's kind of a repetition. There. I think it's kind of got to be done, hasn't it? I mean, if not, the rook might escape. But we've got 9 minutes. If I take, he's going to take, I would say, with the queen. I bet he takes with the queen. In fact, taking with the king would hang the bishop, so he's got to take with the queen, right? I do that. Queen takes. So queen is on this square. I've got the option of takes there and queen takes again. And I'm kind of running out of attacking material. Although I could then play e5. If I take there and then queen takes and then I play e5. Well, we'll start by taking the rook anyway, because it's a bit of a no-brainer. If the queen takes, this knight's defended twice. I can't hit the queen there. I have a bit of a light squared pawn arrangement on this side, but a bit of a dark squared pawn arrangement on this side. So I don't really think there's an argument to say that my bishop is bad. And I still really want to get this moving. Maybe what I just do is castle now. I'm actually up 4 materials. I'm up 2 pawns and an exchange, which is pretty good. Let's say takes, e5. You can take, I take back. The queen can't do nothing. King's the only defender of the knight. I really want to move this pawn. I'd love to get my bishop here as well. That puts 2 attackers on there. I really want to get this knight out as well. If I... So takes, e5. I don't think he's going to trade in the middle. Because the reason I don't want to play e5 straight away is you've got takes, and knight takes. So I think it is, when you're +4 material, it's got to be worth trading down, yes? And now I've got the option of castles, getting my rook onto d8, which is in line with his king, so there's an argument to be made for that. Also the immediate e5. Now e5, let's think it through. e5, I'm just threatening to take this outright. e5, he takes, I take back. Is my king safe? Could my queen be trapped as well? That's another thought. This, bang. Could my queen be trapped? If he like moved this and then moved this, the knight defends that. My queen's attacked twice. But my queen can just take the bishop on b2. So the question is, I think, do I want to castle now or push e5 straight away? This bishop is not a great threat. It's not going to any of these squares. This bishop can barely move right now. That's possible. Activating my bits is the name of the game. g6, bishop h6, check is a thought. But I can't get my head around e5. I think e5 is just begging to be played, so we're going to play it. We're going to pour a cuppa. I've got 6 minutes left, and that was so I've had 3 thinks over a minute now. And I can't like indulge that much in using so much time. Zizamzam is on 9.5 minutes left. He's got heaps of time. So what's my intention here? Am I threatening really to push on and harass the queen? Or am I think I'm just threatening to take here. Yeah, it opens up my king. Maybe I'll castle first, then do that. I like this though. It pins the knight. It puts 2 attackers on the knight, which is defended twice. The knight can't move. The bishop can't help. The king's in the way of the bishop. This is kind of the key move. And I don't feel like I want to really overextend these pawns while my material is all tied up. So I think something like this, even knight e7 short castles, that feels a lot more comfortable to me right now. This, however, does not feel that clever. Bishop moves, can it move with check? No, that's the point. So if this bishop comes here or here, or it doesn't matter, anywhere. All right, my queen's under attack, I have queen b2. Then my bishop can come here. That was a bizarre move from Zizamzam, who is now 7 materials behind, which is basically a whole rook and 2 pawns. And look at my little pawn structure here. Look at that. I've got a little hill. Look at it. Zizamzam's pawn structure. Oh. Not smart. Wow, this is not smart. He might be very smart. I'm not insulting him. I'm just saying that ain't pretty. That's what I'm saying. And he never fianchettoed his bishop either. You know. So the best laid plans. In fact, something you may notice is if I play bishop e4, then this knight is in an absolute pin right here. Okay, so you are attacking my queen. Okay, we've already dealt with this. Bishop here, the knight is in a pin. Oh! So interesting. There. I'm still ahead materially. I also have, though, a counterattack on queen, who must defend the knight, by the way. Oh, no, king defends knight. So after e4, the queen just dodges out the way, isn't it? So I think I'm going to have to trade down. That was lazy of me. See, I mean, this is a classic queen takes b pawn, poison pawn, trap scenario. I've got this as well. Rook takes, then I take, pinning the knight. Do I want to draw? No. I do not want to draw. There. Rook takes queen, I take rook. There, rook takes queen. No. I'd like to get 2 moves in. I'd like to do that and that. That, you take queen. I take that. Here, queen takes or king takes. I think I just have to do that. That's annoying. It is certainly annoying. Okay, I can chuck in a check. Now my material advantage is only 3. Also, queen attacks bishop, so I should probably do something. I think my knight might want to come here and my king might want to come here, so let's stick the bishop here. Okay, my next moves are fairly clear. On the plus side, I have this awesome pawn structure. My bishop has got quite good control over these dark squares on this side. My opponent has only a light squared bishop, so should I throw in e4, for example, this bishop's only kind of ingress could be on this side of the board, pointing this away, which again makes it a better idea to have my king on the left side, yeah? I do have more material and I have all the pawns. I've got all my pawns are still on the board. Let's just look at this again. So was this just a clever sacrifice? Because he's given up a piece, a bishop and a rook for a queen. So at this point, I'm +7 material. Hang on, no. At this point, I'm +4. So at the start of this, we were +4. He gives up this. I'm now +3. So he's not really won much through that, but I have to admire the ingenuity. Absolutely. And this is the problem. This is one of the problems when you're playing against somebody who is much lower rated than you are, which is that you underestimate them. Okay, this pawn's in a pin. I think e4 is the move here. He could challenge it though with f3. Then I could actually build up a big light square pawn chain. That's what I'm going to think about. And he's having that was a 90-second think for him. He challenges me again. I do it again, and then we have Le Grande Vanilla pawn chain from hell. Which just blocks this bishop out the game. Do you know what I mean? My knight's going to come in, or out, or shake it all about. I'm going to get my king safe, and I'm going to grind this bastard down. That's what we're going to do. We are in this for the long haul. He's invested quite a bit of time recently. What is that about? Okay, I'm going to move quicker now. I'm going to turn the clock back on Zizamzam. And my goal here is to make non-mistake moves, which is something that Blitz teaches you. Okay, this is under pressure. Good, that's Queen Fork. Crikey. There. I can move my knight with the discovery. Doesn't really help much. He takes here and I take. Takes. Queen takes. That's a check and a hit on the queen. Right? Takes. Excuse me. Oh. Bishop takes. That's a check and a hit on the queen. Defended. So I'm not sure he can take here. Takes. I open up the rook, which is nice. Get my rook on 7th. This rook a to f8 could be good. I think he's just figuring out that he can't take this pawn, although it appears to hang. Mr. Bendy Wendy is not an inspiration to the world of chess at this point. But hey. My opponent has fought admirably. Now he's on 4 minutes 10 seconds. Alrighty then. Okay. I could tickle the queen and try and persuade her to do that, but I think he's already figured out that he can't take there. Now let's say I take here and bishop takes. Can I do that? No, not really. Just going to play this move then. I'm still slightly up on the clock. I'm on 4 minutes 17. Right, so we can't dick about now. I ought to be able to outwit him in an endgame. But then, remember, you know, rule number 2, it's me. And I'm not known for my endgame prowess. Knight d7, knight b6, knight, what's that, c4. Okay. Check. Could be thoughts here. I could pin the knight. I'm looking at this. I mean, I'd love to get that in. There. Takes. Move the knight away. Or just move this knight. Here, here. Hits the pawn, doesn't really count. Check. Here and he takes, though. Okay, let's open it up. I have got 4 pieces to his 3. So I'd love to be able to move my knight and then slam this in. Bishop fork on king and queen. Not likely to happen. I think he'll probably twig it. But it's a punt, you know? And I still have this super duper half of my vanilla pawn chain from hell, blunting this bishop. Okay. I think he's in danger here. Take, and that is a royal fork. He has 2 ways to recapture, but neither of them matters because I have bishop f4. Check. Forking the queen. Boom. And I think that's all she wrote. Didn't we get in yesterday's game a bishop check on king and queen who were in opposite corners of the board as well? Defended by a knight, which I think was on here. Bishop forks. We could do an exercise on bishop forks, actually. And that, Zizamzam, I think is that. You're in check. You must get out of check. There are only 2 things you can do. Move with the king, who has many options, or take with the queen. You move the king, I take queen, you get the bishop. You take, I take, you get the bishop for a queen. So it's a bishop for a queen. The knight is on prise. Look at this now. So it's 2 rooks against 2 minor pieces. But also the worst pawns in the world. That's a free pawn, and this is a rook fork. Well played, mate. And that is our 13-day play streak. On my main account, it's now showing me I've got a 1,500-day play streak or something like that. Someone needs to get a life. Okay, but shall we have a look at the analysis? Okay, here we are. How well did I do? I think 1,500 at best there. 73. Look, I had a great time and I was winning here. And then I let him all the way back into the game to even, and then won again. So I had to win that game twice. 1450, yeah, that's kind of fair. But he played, look, he played out of his skin 1250 as well. Okay, so okay, and that's already a mistake. Oh yeah, c5, yeah, I did know that. I don't know. It's not the opening for me, I don't think, anyway. Okay, discovered attack. Ah, okay. And then he... Yeah, that was just terrible. But not that easy to spot, to be honest. And then he has to give up material. Oh! Shouldn't have took the rooker. Okay, so it's saying go in with another check, forcing the king back here. Show me. Is that it? One move. But it's 2.5 pawns better than getting the exchange. Well, bugger me. So what's the continuation from here, fish? E5. Wow. Okay. Okay, so that wasn't bad. I mean, I looked at it and I thought, oh, let's cash in, you know, we'll grind him down. That wasn't best. Could have won a rook. So I was very late with my e5 ideas. Oh, it's still the best move there. Okay, and I shouldn't have taken... It was a trap. It's a trap. What should I have done? Took the rook... Oh, what? Should have taken there. Because then after, like, bishop here... Oh. Well, just well played to my opponent there. He took advantage of the fact that I was getting giddy, you know. That wasn't best. Even... what? Doing that wasn't... What's the best move then? Develop. Because I still get the, you know, rook for a queen. Develop. Get castled. I'm still slightly better. That wasn't great. And this is where he's right in the game now. Should have thrown in the check. Worth the pawn. And this just... Ooh. But then we do have a good move. I could have won a nut. What are you on about now? How do I eventually win a knight? Prove it. Forcing the king away. Yeah. Because... Well, what about this, though? Defend this square. A royal fork is on, but it's completely winning. Okay, but... Yeah. Well. I know. It was a good fight. It was a good game. Opponent played well. Opponent played well above his rating, and I was able to hang on. But you know, that queen trap with the bishop sacrifice. Kudos, man. Fair play to you. Yeah, can't take that away. That was good fun. Well then, we'll leave it at that. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.